explain what I think of Swago tradition. That word's been bandied around and thrown around so much that very often it doesn't mean what we want it to mean. I'll talk about that in a few minutes, depending on how much time we have to wait. Come out. First, let me say, this is, well, what you see tonight, to a large extent, explains why I say, I love you. You love me, I love you.
Love you, Billy. Love you.
Difficult for me to talk, but forget my composure in just a half a minute. What you see and what you hear is the finest kind of tradition that anybody can think or want to think. Tradition is something that you build up right here. We all have to put that out. Tradition is what you build up here. And I feel very strongly that all of us have it. Fellas, don't lose it. Don't use the word tradition to mean anything that you want to protect, anything that you want to just, what shall I say, pass off. Tradition is a very deep, fine feeling of the heart, of the mind, and of our way of doing things. Our behavior, our standards. Keep them, fellows. We have them. I'm proud of our tradition as I see it. Don't spoil it, because those words mean a great deal to all of us. The longer you live, and the more you think of your years at Swago, the more the word tradition of Swago is going to mean to you. And it's going to be something that you think about, something that's worthwhile, something that's fine. You see our seniors and our graduates and the others coming around, and when they look at the walls, those walls are not silent walls at all. Those walls talk, and they have so much to say. And I'm delighted to think that this year you'll hear what they say. Now, to get off to a more current topic, we have our green and white. I explained what green and white means when you started. And you know what? This year, as much as any other year, better than most, you have lived up to what green and white means when I explained it. You now know, all of you, I don't know a single person in this room who hasn't given their best to help a group work together. And you did work together. Alone? No. 6 exceptionally fine leaders, and we ought to give them a hand. I'll ask them to change seats because now, wait a minute, where is Bobby Greenberg? Where are you, Bobby? Get up and tell us what you said tonight in the dining room.
Come on, say. green and white, but never forget you're a Swago.
I remember when I didn't like what Bobby said in the dining room once. I remember when I stopped him, but when his utterances, his statements are things of the heart and of the mind and of the way of life, I applaud them and brought them up here for you to review it. Since Bobby gave us the keynote, green and white, but you are a Swagoite, I'm going to ask the green leaders and the white leaders to change seats. There's no more green and white. It's green or white. It's green and white. And that's what we're going to be. I wonder whether our guests realize that everything that we heard here, the rehearsals for everything that we heard here, were made in 48 hours, yesterday and today. It really is amazing that you could do so much. You know, the only reason I'm talking so long is that those fellows can't make up their minds. But the fact is that it's phenomenal that you've got these songs, wrote the songs, well, you wrote them a little ahead of that time, but you've got the songs, you've memorized them, you learned the tunes, you learned to work together. You are doing it now with a bunch of nice guys. You may in your lifetime find there are obstacles. So what? As long as green and white teaches you to do the best job you can do, no one in this wide world is going to ask you to do more, even your parents. I know they're all proud of you. I couldn't be prouder under any conditions. Now, I'll tell you what I think I would like to do since we're waiting. We're going to change the direction a little bit. Since we don't want to hold up this Swago sing. Stanley, you here, a right-hand man. Yeah.